Hey everybody, it's Ryan back here at UKGE 2019. I'm joined by Toby from Oink Games. How are you, Toby?
I'm very well. I'm a bit tired, but getting there.
Bit tired. It's only Friday, and I think both of us are gone. My voice is starting to give.
It's a lot of words, and it's a lot of explanations of the same things to people, because obviously different customers, everybody wants to know about the new games that we've got.
As is to be expected, from Oink Games you have a beautiful stand, and the best packaged games, and probably the best games with the best graphic design I've ever seen. I adore Oink Games, so it's lovely to see you again at UKG.
Well, you don't need a big box to have a good big game, and these are obviously all our range at the moment, and they all come in a lovely small compact portable box. It's wonderful.
Perfect. So these are 5 of your newer games that you're showcasing today at UKG, so why don't you take us through them here?
We've got 5 new games this year. We've got Tricks in the Phantom, which is a deduction game. It's not a social deduction game, it's just a deduction game.
I'm interested now. Tell me all about this.
You all have 2 cards each, and the cards on the numbers go from 1 to 10, and the aim is to try and deduce who has the highest card. But some of the cards have actions and abilities which negate the value of other cards. So you might have played a value of 10, but actually someone who's played a value of 3 cancels out that 10, and now a 4 might be the highest.
Oh, I love this.
It's clever, it's quick, there's a lot of thinking involved, but it works really well. You play one round where it's completely blind, and then the second round you've got a little bit more information. It's easier to get the points. And you play multiple rounds and get multiple points accordingly. There's also phantoms, which have completely hidden information, and they're very clever. It's a nice little natty game.
Toby, you've been successful in already burning a hole in my debit card, because I'm gonna, after we close this, I'm gonna get this.
That's wonderful. We're selling out quick as well, so it's a good time to buy. We've got Dual Clash Poker. That's a 4-player game, and you take tricks. You work in pairs against the other player, and the aim of it is to have the highest card. You both play a card, each of the 4 players plays 1 card, and you have to have the highest card of those 4 cards. If you have matching cards, they cancel each other out, and therefore it goes from the other higher cards. So say 2 people both play a 6 on opposite teams, they will cancel each other out, and then it's the next highest card which will score the point. And it's open, so you have the open information into you for multiple rounds, and it's very clever. There's negotiation between your player and your partner who you're going to play with, or there's an advanced variant where you're not allowed to talk to your opponent and your partner, and it works very, very well.
Cool, okay.
We've got Mr. Face. This is bizarre, to be honest. That's the best way.
I love the pause that you have.
We've got Laura, who's just about to play it just beside me, just down here.
Right, okay.
And what happens is you take a tile which has an expression on it, like maybe I've gone outside and it's sunny today. I've just got to the shops and they've run out of my favourite game, like our new games here. And you have until the group counts to 100 for you to manage to make an emoji face from the tiles that are on the board and available, which expresses that emotion that you're feeling. Then everybody takes another tile each, which they think might match that emotion, and you all submit your tiles, and you have to choose, they all get shuffled up, and you have to choose one which you think is the correct one. And then again you account points for whoever has got it correct, or whoever has not got it correct.
Fantastic.
It's bizarre. It's got elements of Dixit to it with the selection of the tiles, and there's enough emoji pieces to create pieces that look like Asian style emojis, Western emojis, lovely Japanese kawaii emojis. They're bizarre and they're brilliant.
Fantastic.
Laura, who is in charge of Oink Games Europe, makes some of the most amazing emojis I've ever seen. It's bizarre how she does it. We've also got Kobayakawa, so we're doing well with 5 tiles. This is a gambling game. It comes with a nice selection of 50 metal coins. 50 metal coins.
Oh my god, more metal coins.
Yeah, I was going to say this one's good. Sorry. It comes with a selection of 50 metal coins,
beautiful.
Which are nice and shiny.
Gorgeous.
There's a lot of quality here, you can feel the quality. And it's a gambling game, so you all take a card, and there's a card face up in the middle, which is the Kobayakawa. Then you all take another card and decide if you're going to keep what you originally had or swap it with what you've now picked up. And the aim is to get the highest card out of everybody in the group. But the person with the lowest card adds the card they currently have to the middle one. So you might be sitting on a 15 in your hand and thinking I'm pretty smug, but there could be 11 in the middle, and someone might have a 5, and the 5 could be the lowest card, and therefore you add the 5 to the 11 and you have 16, and that person wins. And then you're betting and gambling on yourself to win. Because someone else could also have the 6 and think, oh, I've got the 6, that's pretty low, I'm going to do well here.
Yeah.
And you've already got some other open information, so it makes that betting and gambling really tricky. And it's a very clever, deceptive little gambling game. And then the last one we've got, which was sadly sold out of very rapidly, is 9 Tiles Panic. Which is a sequel to the original 9 Tiles game, but that's sadly only available in Korea and Japan. And the aim, or the premise is the Earth has been invaded by burger-eating monsters.
As it always is.
Because who doesn't love burgers and who doesn't love monsters? Of
course.
And you have 3 tiles which give you the game rules for that round, which might be have the most burgers on the board, have the most houses, have the most roads leaving your board. And you have to select your tiles and form a square out of the 9 tiles you have. Everybody has the same 9 tiles. And then with those 9 tiles, you have to try and reach as many of those goals as possible and get the most points from those goals. It's a tricky little game, and then once you've formed your square, the first person to do it flips their timer, and then everybody has until the timer runs out to finish forming their square.
Wonderful.
If you then realise you've made a mistake, too late, you've formed your square, you've formed your tiles, that's tough, you're going to lose out. And then everybody has until the timer runs out, and then you work out your points, and you score along a nice house of burgers and a track of burgers, and that's where you get your points from in the game.
Fantastic. There's so much merit to even within your massive board game collection, guys, to having a subsection of just Oink Games, because they're so beautiful, they're so interesting, and they're such interesting little games to play in between, say, your larger brass Birminghams.
And portable as well. I carry Deep Sea Adventure with me everywhere. It just sits in my bag. Got 20 minutes, I knock out a game of Deep Sea Adventure.
Exactly.
You're about to start something big and heavy, you can have a quick light game of this just to get everybody warmed up a little bit. And then you just knock it out. And they're just so small and so compact. And there's as much game as some of the bigger boxes.
You're just right, yeah. Deep Sea Adventure is one of the best games of the last few years.
It's my favourite game, it's wonderful. And as a push your luck game, it's pretty much unbeatable, to be honest. It's small, it's natty, and it snaps and it's quick. It's great.
Perfect. So, Toby, speaking of Deep Sea Adventure, I'm going to be very cheeky here, guys. Would you like to give away a game to our audience members out there?
I would do, as long as someone's willing to put a worthy comment. They're entitled to a Deep Sea Adventure game.
You hear that, guys? A worthy comment. None of your 3 letters, I want that, or 3 words, I want that. Following, no. We want deep, informative, funny comment, because that's what Deep Sea Adventures deserves. Joey, thank you so much for talking to me.
You're welcome. Thank you very much.
Have a good convention.
Yeah, you too.
Everybody, leave a comment down below if you'd like to win Deep Sea Adventures. We're going to pick it up in the next video. I'll see you again later.